Hello and welcome back to another video. Anime Dion here, and we are doing What If Izuku Midorya Had Men Part 2. Okay, quick disclaimer, I'm going to be changing his conjuration in, which is like right here, which is creating objects from aura. I'm gonna make it into a boomerang because I just thought like the whole ray gun thing, that's more of like a mission type thing because it shoots out aura. A mission is the only thing that shoots out aura, and then his mission is basically him shooting aura bullets. It's like shooting bullets out of his fingers, aura bullets, like, but they look like bullets kind of, but you can see like a little bit of aura around it. So yeah, and then his conjuration is gonna be a boomerang, but whenever it hits somebody, they are automatically knocked out. They're gonna be knocked out for 30 minutes to an hour. It's based on his emotion. When if he's like really mad, it's only gonna go for 30 minutes. But when his emotions are controlled and calm, he can make it go for an hour. And yeah, his specialization, it's the tiger and the elephant, you know. And whenever he needs protection, the elephant, when he has the elephant provides the best protection ever. Well, not the best. Well, the elephant doesn't provide too much protection, but like the elephant uses good protection for his specialization nin technique, where it like blocks them, like sometimes blocks attack with its trunk. You know, manipulation, how he like spits out. You know how that one character in Naruto, when he spits out the needles, instead of it being metal, they're like super duper small, but they're made of like wood. They're like toothpicks, like the tip of toothpicks. And then a mission, you know, he shoots bullets. And enchantment, he has like this a pipe from like, you know, like a sabo pipe, you know, something like that. And he like puts like enchantment aura around it. And then, you know, the transmutation is the you know, that ice thing, where he like makes like the wall like this wall thing, and whatever hits it, boom, it freezes and just drops. It stops right there and drops. Alright, so remember, he has 100% enchantment, 100% transmutation, 60% specialization, and 6% manipulation, 40% emission, and 40% conjuration. And a quick disclaimer about the conjuration: he only could use his boomerang for 10 minutes, and he only could shoot out 4 bullets, 2 from each hand, with the emission, because just letting you know, like, those bullets are deadly. Like, he could actually kill somebody with those bullets. But what he could do, like, he only could shoot 4 every 5 minutes, which is pretty good, but it's like also not good at the same time. You know what I mean? So yeah. Alright, before we get into the video, I need you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my daily uploads. And yes, I know I've been posting late lately. The thing is because I have lots of things to do during the day, but when it's the weekend, I got you guys. I'm gonna try to do it as early as possible, okay? And if I do it late, I'm sorry. It's just I probably was having fun or doing something like work. So yeah. All right. What do I have to say? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Play my intro. Alright, link in the description for my friend who made my intro. His Instagram and YouTube, so I need you to go follow and subscribe to him. Alright, let's get back into it. So we left off with Izuku, 7 years old, when he has fully mastered all of his techniques, which is enchantment with the you know, the pipe, the transmutation. But my favorite of these ability is his manipulation, which he can like change the ways of people's bodies and control them. But with his conjuration, he has this knockout boomerang. And with submission, he has these deadly bullets that he can shoot, but only 4 every 5 minutes. Conjuration, the knockout, only lasts 30 minutes to an hour, but it's based on his emotion. The matter is, the lower time he can get, like the less controlled emotions. But the higher it is, like more he can control his emotion, the longer it can go, which is 30 to an hour. 30 minutes to an hour. You know, specialization is the tiger and the elephant. You know, which specializes in claw attacks, bites from the tiger, and the instead of frisbee throw, let's do it like he's like pushing for, like, both of his hands push, and then the water comes out of the elephant. So yeah. So we're gonna skip to when Izuku is 14 years old. Oh, my bad. He's 14 years old. So he's chilling at school. It's the last day of middle school. It's his 8th grade year, his last day. So everybody's saying, oh, well, everybody's talking about what you're gonna do for your high school, blah, blah, blah. While Izuku and Bakugo are chilling, it's like, hey, Izuku, you know I'm getting closer to beat you. And Deku says, you remember my upgrades on my quirk? I still have those. There's no way you can beat me. Your explosions are strong, but not strong enough. Katsuki. Bakugo says, don't call me Katsuki. Call me Lord Explosion Murder. He already has his, like, hero name. That's gonna be his hero name. I'm not gonna do, like, Lord Explosion Murder, Dynamite King. I'm not gonna do all that. Because in his manga, that's his name. Sorry for the spoiler. So, yeah, so what he does, pretty much, the teacher comes in and he says, I was going to give you guys these papers to see what you guys wanted to do for your, like, job or after high school. It's like, and then he throws them out. He's like, you guys all just want to be in the hero course, right? Everybody just starts cheering and showing their quirks down. And then Bakugo stands on his desk while Izuku just gets up. I know this is different. Bakugo says he puts his hand up and he makes he tries to make a huge explosion, but Izuku uses his elephant and guards it with the trunk so it doesn't destroy any part of the building. And he just looks at Izuku and says, oh. And then Bakugo says, don't shut me in with these chumps. They'll probably be good enough. They'll probably not even be good enough to be sidekicks of D-list heroes. And I know this is going to be weird, but I'm going to change the thing. I actually, like, One Punch Man, the hero ranking. I'm going to change it to, like, A rank. It's kind of like the same thing, but like A rank, S rank, yeah. But of course, All Might is S rank 1. The Endeavor's S rank 2, all that. So, yeah. The top 10 heroes it's going to be only 10 heroes for S rank. And, the original top 10. I can't really name them all because I don't remember. Yeah, and then there's A is 11 to 20. And then B is 21 to 30. And then, yeah, C is 31 to 40, and D is 41 to all the way to, like, the beginning. Anybody who's not higher. So, yeah, let's do these. Let's get into the video. So, so school ends, and then Bakugo says, hey, Izuku, you want to come hang out? We're gonna take the shortcut and go get some food on the way home. Izuku says, nah, I'm just gonna take the long walk home. As Izuku is thinking, it's time for me and Bakugo, me and Katsuki can actually get into UA. Or shall I say, Lord Explosion Murder? Izuku says to himself in his mind, such a dumb name for him to call himself that. Shouldn't have chose such a stupid name. Whatever. It's my best friend. Anyways, choose what he wants. And as Izuku's walking, instead of, like, doing the whole laughing thing, he's actually pretty confident. He's walking down in the hall, pretty much. He's walking down the hall, and the sludge villain just comes out behind him, and Izuku just flashes, like, his aura just goes up as he's sensing, like, this dude. Like, he can sense this dude's trying to kill him. So Izuku's aura just like rages, like not rages, not like going. It's nothing like that. It's like it just like outbursts. Like he just outbursts on purpose just to scare the dude. But dude's like, oh, what a strong quirk, and tries to jump on Izuku. And then what Izuku does is he gives that he instead of using his spellization, what is he gonna do? He's gonna use his transmutation, right? As the sludge villain is coming towards him, he uses both of his hands to make as big of a wall as he can. He does like, he just straight down, and the thing, but like, the thing is, like, it's not gonna freeze the whole thing since the sludge villain is pretty big, so it's pretty big. It's gonna freeze like half of the sludge villain. So he touches it, like half of him can't move. And then Izuku just like creates his tiger, and he says, "Leave me alone." And tries scratching at it, but doesn't really do much damage. So what Izuku does next is he pretty much grabs his pike that's on his back. Like, yeah, he has it on his back at all times. And he just uses an enhancement and so yeah, pretty much knocks him out. Oh, my bad. Just ignore that. Not bad about that. So yeah, that happens. And yeah, All Might was back there. Like, he had gone up while Izuku had just frozen, right before he froze him. So he saw how strong this kid could be, and he says, wow, is that multiple quirks or just different abilities just for one? So then Izuku turns around, he says, his eyes just sparkle. Like, he's still a big All Might fan. He says, All Might? And All Might says, I am here, I guess. Pretty late, but I'm here. Izuku's like, oh, can you please sign my journal? Can you please sign my journal? And all my hands in the journal, and it's already signed. And Izuku's like, oh my gosh, it's signed. Ah, it's signed. He signed my journal. He signed my journal. He signed it. Like, he's going crazy. And All Might says, young, whatever your name is, what's your name? He says, my name is Izuku Midorya, and I'm going to be future #1 hero. I'm going to train at UA. Pretty sure I have the capabilities to do so anyways. I'm stronger than anybody I've known, even most heroes that have lived by. And All Might says, wow, so cool, so much potential. And All Might says, well, now I know your name, young Midorya. You are very promising. I can see that you can become a very good hero. And then All Might jumps away. But as he jumps away, Izuku grabs Izuku is not done. He's like so excited. He's been training his whole life trying to create another thing for his specialization. But it kind of works, but it doesn't. He basically created this bird. It's like a giant hawk. And he grabs him by its shoulders, and he takes it flying right with All Might. As they land there, Izuku just says, no, I need like a picture or something. I'm like, sorry, I can't. I'm not done talking. And no, Izuku's not going to ask if he can be a hero because he knows he can. He has too much confidence to ask for that. And then All Might's like, he coughs out blood. He's like, damn. And then he powers down. He's like, no. Izuku sees this. He's like, All Might? All Might is so surprised at what he did. Like, well, not All Might. Izuku is just surprised. He's like, wait, I know you're All Might, but what happened? He's not all confused. Like, where's All Might? No, he's actually like, All Might, what happened? He said, 5 years ago, I got in this accident. And what I do pretty much to like show that my quirk, he's just gonna act like this is quirk. When I buff up, I get super strong. But ever since I got that injured 5 years ago, it only lasts for 3 hours. Izuku is just, wow, surprised, but not too shocked. My bad if you guys hear this. So yeah, Izuku pretty much head home, and yes, All Might had gathered up the sludge villain. Because you remember, the ice only lasts for 30 minutes, but Izuku had already knocked him out with the enchantment with his thing. So yeah, as Izuku is walking home, he hears these explosions. He's like, oh, Katsuki! So he's running towards those explosions. He sees Katsuki, and he sees the sludge villain. He says, oh, you again, sludge villain. So Izuku runs, and he grabs his bow. He makes his bow out of his nen, and he throws it at the sludge villain. And as it hits the sludge villain, it doesn't knock him out. It actually goes through. Like, the sludge villain makes like a hole in his like body, so it goes through, so it doesn't hit it. It comes straight back to Izuku, and it just disappears in his hand because, you know, the aura goes back. But what Izuku does next is he just makes his giant elephant. he blows water at the thing, actually taking it off of Bakugo, and Bakugo's okay. And Bakugo's just running away, and he like running back to police officers and stuff. He says, "Thanks, Izuku, you got this." As the sludge villain's like, "You're not gonna get me again." Sludge villain comes, and Izuku even makes a huger wall as he did before with like his whole arm making like a huge square. So as the sludge villain touches it, his whole body freezes. As everybody sees this, like, what is this kid's quirk? Or is it quirks? Izuku says, no, it's only one quirk. It's aura manipulation. He knows it's nin, but he's not going to call it that in front of anybody else. It's aura manipulation. They say, wow, that's crazy. Such a strong quirk. All Might seeing this, he thought, because All Might was powered down, and no, it's not Izuku's fault that he had dropped them. It's actually All Might's. So, All Might gathers all of them up, and everybody's just shocked to see All Might, so they're talking blah, 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 and Izuku's just walking through. All Might shows up, he says, I am here. Izuku says, All Might? You're here again? How did you shake the press? And then All Might says, I'm All Might. What do you expect? Of course I know how to shake the press. Whatever it's called. What is it called again? Where, like, the people, the paparazzi or whatever. Or the press. So, yeah. And then All Might says, well, I have something else to talk about. Seeing your natural strength and abilities, I want you to inherit my quirk. Izuku then says, what? Inherit your quirk? And Izuku's actually confused, even though he's like super duper duper smart. He's still confused at this. He says, inherit your quirk, All Might? He says, I don't understand. And then All Might explains One for All has been passed out from user to user. And immediately Izuku Midorya says, yes, I'll take your quirk, All Might. And I'll make it stronger. And I'll save everybody in the world, or anybody I can. And yeah, so All Might passes it down to him right there. But Midorya is actually able to use like full capabilities of his of one for all, like already like not 100%, but like a lot percent. Like actually not. He's already able to use. Well, I'm not gonna make it because of his aura. Nah, maybe it's gonna be the exact same as the original. That much, you know, he's not very a built person. Because you know he has nin, but he's still like strong. But he's not like built like that. So yeah. But he has as much capability to already take in about 5% of One for All full counting. And Izuku's smarts, he already had developed that right as All Might passed down his quirk like an hour later. So he does that, and he shows All Might. He says 5%. That's all I can do. Doesn't hurt, but I feel like if I do more, it would. All Might is already shocked that he has developed this much at 5%. So All Might then says, meet me at the beach tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. And then he gives him a schedule. And it says, yes, All Might. But as Izuku is walking home, his aura just spikes. Like, by spike, I mean spike. Like, it's... You know freaking Gon? You know how Gon went all crazy with X Games mode? That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Like, dude went X Games mode. Like, so... Every single one of those categories is 100%. Every single one. Hold up, I'll be back. Sorry about that. My sister had to come get something from my room. I know. Super sorry. If you hear anything outside, just ignore it. They're watching a movie also. So yeah. But as his aura spikes, Izuku's just like around him, like the floor starts to crackle. And then he just closes his mind and he knows that every single one of his nin abilities, like emission, manipulation, specialization, conjuration, has been put to 100% of its abilities. And Izuku's like, whoa, did All Might's quirk just boost me to my full potential? Like, dude is already like stronger than Gon. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He is stronger than Gon. And by Gon stronger, I mean He's as strong as freaking Rage Mode Gon. That's how strong he is. So since Izuku is really used to like training his nin, he can like master his nin in like hours. Okay, so before he goes inside, he pretty much goes outside and trains all night long, getting barely any sleep. And during that training, he fully mastered his capabilities with his conjuration, which he made two boomerangs. Okay, but as they when he throws them, like they multiply to 100, making 100 boomerangs, and whenever they hit, those people are knocked out. And instead of 30 to 100 to 32 an hour, it's actually 3 hours to 5 hours, based on emotion. Still, specialization, instead of just having the tiger, the elephant, and the bird. The bird is full potential bird, so it can fly. But that's all he made it for, just for flying and stuff. And it could scratch from the air, but he can't. But not really, actually, no. It just flies and it's for like export, right? And it's like, and I gave him like this medical doctor. And it's like, it's a bear, but it's like a mama cub. So basically what it does, it cuddles him. And cuddles him around, and he's like healed to like as good as he can. Like 100% healed, like he's that good. And then with his manipulation, those needles he put, he could like control and manipulate somebody to the full extent. Like he could really do that for as long as he has them in. Like that's how strong he is with the manipulation. And with his emission, his finger bullets, he can pretty much like blast as many bullets as he wants. And it's like rapid, but it's still only his index finger though. And then with his transmutation, those ice walls, like if he puts his hand out, it's still 100%. So yeah, it's kind of the same, but with one for all, it's gonna be like 110. Well, it's still gonna be 100. Never mind, not 110. It's just gonna be stronger. Like he just high fives the air, right? Please ignore anything outside. I know you could hear that. He high fives the air, right? The wall comes the wall comes and anything that hits it, it's like bigger than Izuku. It's like the size of a wall. And with his enhancement, his pipe is so strong. Like it's like Gon versus Pito strong. When Gon went Rage Mode, that punch is that strong. Like the enhancement like just blows up anything in his path. So yeah. And instead of just having the bear, the bird and the tiger and the elephant for his specialization, it's actually going to be different because honestly, I'm sorry if you guys can hear that. I put up a sign, but of course they don't listen to it. Just ignore them. He made this car, but it's not like a car. It's actually like a battle machine, and he basically could stand inside of it and like pretty much blast out this is not just for specialization, it's for all of them combined. And yes, I know this is weird. It's like his full-on nin extend. But if he does this, not. But this took him like days, so like he's done all my training. Like, this is like weeks to finish this one. So he puts them all together, okay? It's like this giant robot. The robot has to answer him. It's like that big. It's like that big, and it's like he's inside of it, right? And the punches of that robot are like so strong with enhancement. And then the bullet, it shoots out bullets, which is emission, and like the robot, of course, is the specialization part. And the transmutation is pretty much like that thing launches like if he it goes like the robot claps his hand, and it just does like 2 waves in the ice wall, and it's like humongous ice wall. And then for manipulation, when it shoots out these needles, right? The needles, and it goes into people's necks, right? Boom. And then for the conjuration, for the boomerangs, the boomerangs are twice the size. The robot makes it's of course Midorya, but the robot also makes the giant boomerangs the size of him, and it could actually take out robots and stuff, like anything. It could take out anything, like causing electrical problems, Humans knocked out. That's how like it's so strong. And by like that, the punches are strong. Like if with that robot he punches into the ground. Listen to me. If he punches into the ground, it's gonna go a football field deep. Like how long a football field, it can go that deep and wide. But that's but after Midorya uses that, he's getting knocked out. Like he's like fully knocked out. Like he's gonna like fall asleep. But with that enhancement now, with his thing, it's already super duper strong. Like it can go like with his pipe, with the enhancement around it. If he like hits it on the ground, it can make like a deep hole, like a 10 feet hole, like a good basketball like rim size, like a 10 feet hole deep. So yeah, with his training, that guy's like full training. It took him all training with All Might, and Izuku had developed to go 10% throughout the whole training, and now it's time for the entrance exams. With those entrance exams, Izuku goes out, right? Well, it's time for the entrance exam. Izuku and Bakugo, they meet up, and Izuku shows Bakugo all his upgrades except for the giant robot. But now, since she's at 10%, he doesn't exactly get knocked out by his robot. When he does his robot giant all in together, he pretty much, what happens is he's like just really tired. Like he can't use Nin for about an hour. Well, he can't use Nin for 30 minutes. Well, yeah, no, 10 minutes. He can't use Nin for 10 minutes when he uses the robot. That crazy strong. Like, he can't use his power at all for 10 minutes. So he shows him everything, and Bakugo is just jealous. And what he does to Bakugo is he shoots one of the manipulation, or like in one of the things in the mouth, right at Bakugo's hand, and he pretty much just like controls the movement, and he makes it into like a claw. And like Bakugo's all freaked out. I was like, oh my hand, this is like the real thing. This feels so weird. Izuku says, I know. And then he releases the aura and it just starts going back to normal. And Bakugo's all like, oh my gosh, I'm disgusted. I'm going to blow your face up, Izuku, if you do that again. Alright, so let's like, alright, Izuku, of course, like, he gets like 200%, like over 100%, like 110% on that exam. Like, he's that smart. I told y'all, like, he understands stuff when he was 6 months old. You know that. Oh my gosh, whatever, bro. He's that smart. So yeah, and when they explain the rules, he gets everything. And instead of Ida does not need to stop him from talking. Actually, yes, because Izuku still does like the muttering. Ida says you should stop talking, and then Izuku just flashes aura like chill in his eyes so they could see it. But like he makes it's green, so like it looks kind of crazily strong. But he does it like small, like it works in his pupils only, to make it look like it's crazily strong. And then Ida just like shuts up automatically. And Bakugo just laughs. He's like, and since like everybody can see his Nin, like the Rio, I think it's called Rio, right? Or Kyo. I forgot what it's called. Like where he puts the Nin around his eye. He can see like he can see things from close up, and he can see through bodies or whatever. Yeah, he can see through walls. Not bodies, but he see through walls. So yeah. I know this Izuku is overpowered, but he's not stronger than All Might. Not well, yeah, but no. Like his robot can beat All Might, but anything besides that, no, because you know Izuku still has one for all though. So they get into it. Alright, and then like they're at the beginning. And no, Izuku did not meet Uraraka, but I'm sorry guys, it's not Deku Hinata. It's gonna sound weird. I know it's gonna be weird. But it's gonna be Deku Momo. I actually like that idea. It's gonna be Deku Momo. But Momo got recommendations. It's not gonna be any really girl, so yeah. So Izuku and Bakugo just run in automatically, and everybody's just confused. And then President Mike says, "There's no countdown in fights, in saving people." And Izuku's already there, destroying robots left to right, and automatically he just uses Tiger, he uses Tiger, which like helps him transfer fast when he rides on his back. And then Izuku gets down, he jumps up, and he just like does a claw to every robot in his path, just like slash, 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 slash. And then Izuku, like, he uses a mission, he just shooting like almost every robot, like right in the spots where it can explode. Cause he's like super smart, so he would know where it is. And with conjuration, he basically like go like, well, not with conjuration, with his emission, like his pipe on his back, he grabs and he's just hitting all of them, like all the robots, and like destroying them. So he's going through, like, Izuku has about like 60 points at this point, while Bakugo's, back there with about like 50. And now it's getting closer to the end, and then she sees this giant robot coming, and no, there's nobody stuck under it this time. Well, Uraraka's already running. Let's say she's okay. Okay? So it's like crashing through everything, and Izuku's like, it's time to show my final technique. Bakugo's just looking at Izuku. He's like, Izuku, run! What are you doing? You know you can't defeat that. It's twice the size of your nin. And so then he makes his jump. He says, nah, twice the size of this. He powers up one for all 10%. And Bakugo's like confused. And then he sees Izuku just make this giant robot. And like, it's like super cool. And then with the punches of the robot, that robot at the exam is like getting destroyed. Like he's like yeah, it's already like pretty much broken. But Izuku's just like crazy breaking it, shooting it with all his bullets, with all his emission, and with his conjuration, throwing that boomerang. And now he's just breaking that thing over and over and over. And with the transmutation, he pretty much froze it. And then with the manipulation, he shoots out one of the needles, and he makes it into like a dog. Like he makes it like the robot dog. And yes, he fixes it up, so it's fixed. And now it's his new pet. I know, that's crazy. I know, bro, it's so cool. But then, and then he powers down, and Izuku's all like tired now. And he says, the end. President Mike says. And then Izuku just walks with his new robot dog. And then Bakugo says, what's that? He says, you know the giant robot? Yeah, my manipulation. Yeah, it's not my dog. And Bakugo's like, I didn't know you could do that. Once it pierces the skin or whatever it is, as long as it pierces it, it's good. Even the slightest bit pierced. And yeah, I think I'm going to end it off here. So I need you to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my daily uploads. And yeah, Anime The Honor out.